are some apps better than others? What makes an app easy to use versus one that's difficult or frustrating to use? One part of this is the 80-20 rule. What is the 80-20 rule, you ask? Generally, it means that 80% of effects come from 20% of causes. For software, this means that 80% of an app's use is for 20% of its features. This concept is also called the Pareto principle. You might have heard about it regarding business, where 80% of profits may come from 20% of products, or economics, where 80% of wealth may be held by 20% of the population. This can be applied to interface design as well. The actions that users take all the time, the 20% of the features that are used most frequently, should be clear and easy to use. Looking at a few successful apps like Speed Test, when you open the app, what are you most likely to want to do? You probably want to run a speed test. Thankfully, there's a huge button for that. Another great example is Office Lens. If you open the app, there's probably something you want to scan in. You might need to change the mode occasionally, but the main goal is to help you scan something in quickly. pCalc is another great example. Computers make calculators more capable than ever, but if you open a calculator app, do you really want to be prompted to convert units, see a history of your previous calculations, or race a car? No, you want a calculator. That's job one of this app, and it does a good job of that. But just because things like the conversion or history of calculations are not used frequently, that doesn't mean that they're not useful. pCalc does a great job of striking a balance between making these features available, but not hiding them elsewhere. What about unsuccessful apps? What about apps that don't use this principle to their advantage? When you open a game, what are you most likely to want to do with it? You probably want to play it. Try doing that in Crazy Taxi. There's so much going on that it's difficult to find the play button even though it's bright green. There's at least 12 clickable things on this screen. What are the odds that these are all frequently used? Not all games are this bad though. Threes does a great job of helping you get up and running quickly. The big play button at the bottom makes it clear how to get started. What about apps that do a bunch of different things? It might not be as simple as Speed Test, Office Lens, or pCalc. There may be a lot of features that you want to use depending on the situation you're in.
The Clock app is a simple but unique example.
You may open this app at work to see what time it is for a colleague in a different country, at home to set a timer for cooking, or in bed to set an alarm for the next morning. The navigation at the bottom helps you find the right mode, and then once you're in that mode, the common actions like setting or starting a timer are prominent and easy to use. The next time you open your favorite app, think about what you're trying to do and how easy it is. Does that app apply the 80-20 rule well?